So we were to start on that one. विषम विषय मार्गै मा मार्गैः गच्छते गच्छतः अन अनच्छ च बुद्धेः प्राप् sorry प्रतिपदम् अभियातः मृत्युः अपि एष विद्धिः हित सुजन गुरु गुरुक्त्या गच्छतः स्वास्य युक्ता प्रभवति फलसिद्धिः सत्यम् इति एव विद्धि. It's again a nice verse to tease on the path of sense pleasures. So, first we need to understand what we really do in life to better understand this verse. From the morning till evening, and also in the night and the next day morning, like that, we keep on rolling between this concept of birth and death. The morning represents the birth of the world, and the evening or the night represents the death of the world. In this morning till evening, or from the time we wake up or we open our eyes to closing of the eyes, what we are doing is getting into the sense and the sense pleasure. So these five senses, what we generally treat as my own, because I don't believe that you or Lata or anybody has it. It's only I have it. And the objects which are coming in front of those senses are legitimately the ones I need to enjoy. Meaning to say that I can take possession of it. What it means is that through setting a relationships and setting an expectation on that relationship and creating a language and a custom and tradition and technology and what all we can produce, we generally take, or in this case I generally take this relationship to be true. The only truth or the only reality which exists is the death. If a person considers as born, 100% he is going to die. He or she does not matter. Or any product development we do, if we have conceived the product, it will have an end of life. So that's the reality. Now, not able to accept the reality, we taper it around to do something or the other, or forgetting the death itself as an illusion. Whereas the life is an illusion, the relationships are illusion, the relationships expectation are illusion. Whereas death is certain and nobody wants to die, but yet there is death. So we then feel that if taking care of the health, taking care of the family welfare, taking care of the children and the parents and relatives and all that, we are gathering sufficient punya so that we can extend our life in the samsara with that relationship what has been set, because the mind doesn't want to get upset It's so tangled with the five senses that it doesn't allow even for a second to let go of the sense objects. So it's very difficult to see death. So in order not to see death, what we have done is that we have created those activities which keeps one busy. The mind is involved with something or the other from the time it wakes up to the time it goes to sleep. So all the different uh, skills and then the job and the laurels and reward and award and whatnot has been found in this world, and the entertainment and other things what we have, and the market and the products, services, all of it is to forget the death. If one were to forget the death, then only he can be an illusion. If one remembers death, the illusion is gone. The Maya cannot survive. So, the basic aim of life for a normal person is to build this illusory existence and not agreeing to the fact that he's going to die, not realizing that every breath he's taking is dead, and every breath that is going out is again death. The more he breathes, the more he dies. He's been breathing, or she's been breathing, or that being has been breathing from the time it entered into the womb. And the body has kept on changing because of the food and different elements going out and coming in, going out and coming in quick succession, that the mind is not able to make out this illusory aspect. It tends to believe that it is stable and pleasures are stable. So, as we discussed some time ago, we are always in the pain and the pleasure cycle, because senses can bring in the pain, and that anxiety of relieving oneself from the pain is the pleasure. So, when things happen as determined, the senses sometimes feel happy. So, at that time, that sense becomes calmed. Let's say my son got a job and my anxiety is gone. All along, I had to feed him. Now, my son can feed himself. But has anything changed? Nothing. Now, he is going to pay for his own meal. That's the only difference. So, what did I achieve? Absolutely nothing. He still stays at my home and he goes to the office. He comes back. He pays for me and my wife, or he gives some money. So, I feel very happy that there is somebody to support me financially. That's all what it is. But then his body is also breaking away. My body is also breaking away. My wife's body is also breaking away. But I don't agree with that. I call that, oh, we are getting matured in life. We entered into middle age or initial old age or whatever it is. So yet that interest towards life does not end. So Vishama Vishaya Margaihi. Vishama is dangerous. Vishama Parasthithi. I don't know whether you've heard of this term or not. Vishama Parasthithi is death and life. Yes, Srihari.
Yeah, we heard of Vishnu Parasthiti.
Yeah. So Parasthiti means condition, and Vishama is the dangerous condition. And all this Vishaya creates Vishama Parasthiti. None of these five sense objects of sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, and the sixth dangerous snake called as thoughts, stop biting even for a second. They're dangerous than anything danger you have found in life. If you think there is a wild animal which is more danger than this, there is nothing. It's very dangerous. And yet, gacchataha anaccha cha buddhehe. How this man's intellect has to be appreciated. That intellect, buddhi, which is so engrossed in these gross elements and grossness of life that it finds pleasure in those dangerous things. Pratipadam abhiyataha mrityuhu. At every step, the death overtakes him. And yet, he believes he is not going to die today. Not today, right now. No way. I have taken enough medications. I have taken immune booster, and I've been doing yoga, and I'm doing pranayama, I'm doing jogging, and I'm doing this and that. Definitely, with all of this, I'm not going to die. Somebody else is going to die, not me. So he doesn't want to understand that it has got nothing to do with what he thinks he's doing. He basically has no authority at all to control anything. But yet the mind feels that no, I can control. You don't worry. You be whatever reflector you are, and you have delegated it to me. I know how to manage. So you just take rest. So the consciousness just take rest. Keeps on producing something and then taking the sin and the non-sin activities it does to establish elsewhere next time. But right now, in every breath, there is death. And nobody wants to accept to it. Because that brings in fear. And the only fear we have in life is death. The only insecurity we are trying to somehow address, which cannot be addressed, is death. So we have brought in life insurance and this insurance and that insurance in an anticipation that somehow we can tame death and enjoy the sense pleasures. So I would like to eat good things, wear good things, speak good things, look good, face or whatever part of the body, or smell good things, hear good things. So all the while Mind wants entertainment because it wants to forget that it is going to die. Whereas hita sujana guroktya gachatah swasya yukta. Swasya is health. So a person yukta is one who has a sharpened intellect. Hita sujana guruktya. A guru or a sujana, su is good and jana is a person, a well moral filled or rather Brahman filled person, and who is looking at the hita, the well being. Gachatah swasya yukta, his health is going to improve because prabhavati falasiddhihi satyam iti eva vidhi, because he's going to achieve the one which will stop the rebirth. All sense and sense pleasure, in whichever religion or whichever ideology, whichever tradition, whichever parampara, whatever we call, are going to lead to rebirth, either in good existence or in bad existence. But existence is certain. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss. Existence is certain. No doubt. Because there is sense and sense pleasure. So the what we call as Atma, along with its intellect, which is already deluded with the sense and sense pleasure, and the mind is equally deluded with the sense and sense pleasure, gets the body fitting into that whatever it wanted to enjoy or suffer. Let us say throughout life somebody has done a very noble deeds or good deeds, even born as a human, will have all comforts. But yet the breath, every breath that person is taking is as same as a prisoner, because they both are breathing. And the end can come anytime, can come right now, can come later, can come 10 years later, can come 20 years later, can come 30 years later, but it's going to come. Person A, born in a good environment, might enjoy the senses and sense pleasure for a period of time. The mind is enjoying, not the Atma. It has got nothing to do with this, but it is caught. Whereas a person who had done bad deeds is not able to get those sense pleasures from the outside senses which the other person is getting. So he does four things which he should not be doing. One, he compares. And because of comparison, he does furthermore bad deeds. Because he needs to now possess. Happiness is there in that senses. Or rather the object of senses, the Vishaya. Then there is competition. So he needs to compete or she needs to compete to get that. Then there is reward. So a person who didn't have any money, struggles throughout his life, becomes rich and he showcases it. And there is appreciation in the world saying that, look, this guy was a beggar, now he has become a slumdog millionaire. So he's now renowned. So now he writes books, From Rags to Riches, How Did He Journey. This cannot happen without competing and without comparing. So again, he takes sins. Third one, he becomes compulsive. Now he wants it. Otherwise, it's not possible. So he has to do something to get it. Right way, wrong way, his way, that way, that doesn't really matter. Now it is life and death situation. He needs to have it. So he will then have a compulsive attitude. Then the fourth one is a certainty. He has to compromise. And that is even more painful. Nobody would like to compromise. So now this person, in quest of the sense object's enjoyment, has created enough fuel for leading further lives. He is not aware or she is not aware of the danger this person is going to go. If he was smart enough, would have stopped the first thing itself, not to compare, because it is karmically bound. So what is there to compare? If he is not able to compare, then what's there to compete? If nothing is to be competed in the world, then there is no world, so there is nothing to be compulsive. And the three C's are not there, you don't have to compromise because there is nothing to compromise. You're just living the life. Because irrespective of the fact whether it is the richest person in the world or the poorest person in the world or intermediate people in the world, or it is a most healthiest person to the most sickening person or in between, they all have to breathe. And every breath taken and every breath going out is death. It doesn't matter the relationships at all. In fact, the breath doesn't have any relationship with the body. It comes, it goes. It doesn't care. The prana, which is within the breath, does not care about the breath. The body parts does not care about what is going to happen. The diseases in the body does not care, does not have compassion. Why should I bring in disease to this beautiful person who looks so young? Doesn't care. The hunger does not have any compassion whatsoever. Thirst also does not have any compassion. So all taken together is in pursuit of that pleasure, which in reality is only pain. Its only removal of the anxiety is when this person has a pleasure. So one has to think on whether he or she wants this dangerous thing which is causing further rebirths, either in this life or next life or that next life, it doesn't matter. Or should he find a guru who can remove this? And the choice is with that person. So then going further, Shankara talks another nail in the coffin of this human being. मोक्षस्य कांक्षा यदि वा तव अस्ति त्यज अतिदूरात् विषयान् विषम यथा पीयूषवत् तोष दया क्षमा आर्जव प्रशांति दान्ति ही भज नित्यम आदरात्. मोक्षस्य कांक्षा यदि वाई तव अस्ति. If a person has a burning desire for liberation, and if that person believes such a thing exists, tyaja, that is keep distance, ati durat vishayan, please maintain social distancing against these five sense objects. Visham yatha, considering them to be poison, not poisonous. These five vishayas are the poison. Piyoshavat tosha daya kshama arjava. In contrast, like the nectar, are the following virtues one has to develop. So I spoke about comparison, competition, compulsive compromise. If satisfaction, santosha, that is contentment, is developed, if you are contented, then comparison, compulsion, competition does not exist, because there is nothing to compare. Just like we are today comparing between how many patients, how many people are dying, and what is the status of the COVID-19. That only gives fear, nothing else. Then we compare on the economies. Then they compare the politics. Then we compete against the nations. Then the nation turns itself into individuals. So everyone competes. In chanting the mantra of the five sense objects, to be enjoyed with the sense, these five senses take the complete energy from the Atma, and to make sure that it remains in the chitta, the mind, the reflector, keeps on bringing back the memories. Oh, when I was doing that, it was so nice. Now it is so not so nice. Oh, last year it used to rain every now and then in Bangalore. It was good. It was not this hot. So now it can go back and try to enjoy that coolness. Or 5 years ago, I was doing this, I was so happy and I was making so much of money. Now I don't make that much of money. I have put in my mutual fund and that is not good. I should have withdrawn few months ago. I would have made so much of money. Now because of COVID-19, all the market has dipped. So I don't know what to do. There's a 40-50% loss, which I am shouldering now. Oh, this job, what I was doing some years ago used to be so nice and now it is not nice. So the mind can keep on doing this apart from the five sense objects. So this visha, poison, one keeps on drinking. and tries another stunt to find a god of his choice. So some believe in Ganpati, some believe in Vishnu, some believe in Shiva, some believe in, let us say, Muruga or Shanmuga or whatever. Some believe in Allah, some believe in Christ, some believe in Buddha, some believe in Mahavir, some believe in something, some believe in nothing. So you get all kind of variations of mind, and they keep on drinking the poison. If somebody is smart, he can just be contented. That's all. Everything will go away. Then the person will have sympathy, daya, kshama, forgiveness, arjava is straightforwardness, prashanti is complete calmness. Or it's not calmness, actually peace. It's supreme peace, prashant. Dante self-control. Bhajanityam adarat. Instead of bhaja is to worship religiously the five senses and the five sense objects. For a change, worship on daya, kshama, arjaya, prashanta, dantehe. If you were to do these five, you are realized. So, there is no point in doing something and suffering along with that. So, should we continue or shall I end? We are past 40 minutes now.
I'm okay to continue.
What do you say, Lata?
Yeah, I'm also fine. We can go up to 10:30.
Okay. Oh, 10:30 means, good. It's still 10 o'clock. So then comes the next verse. Anukshanam yat parihritya krityam anadi avidya krita bandha mokshanam deha parat parartah ayam amushya poshane यह सज्जते सस्वम अनेन हंति. अनुक्षणम यत् परिहृत्य कृत्यम. Anukshanam means moment to moment. Yat parihritya krityam. He or she, ignorant of the body consciousness, that is on the other way around, along with the body consciousness, procrastinates what he should be doing. What it means is that he, in this equipment called as body, forgets that this body is coming from food. He thinks he is the body. So he doesn't want to know what this body is composed of. And what does he ignorant of? Anadi avidya krita bandha mokshanam. From beginningless anadi, ignorance is the cause of the bondage. Bandha mokshanam is moksha is liberation. Like we have spoken about this many times, none of us are aware that we are in bandhana, bondage. Every given relationship we have set is a bondage, but we feel no. Who says? Wife is not a bondage. Husband is not a bondage. Parents are not a bondage. The children are not a bondage. Society is not a bondage. The country is not a bondage. Nothing is a bondage. These are some things what we should enjoy. But my dear friend, they will all die. No, 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 no. I have taken sufficient measure. I have even taken the life insurance premium on my mother and father, on my wife, on my kid. Okay. So can it bring them to life? He doesn't have an answer. And he says that I have done every given thing in this world to make sure that they don't die. And I'm sure God will listen to my prayers. So I go to the temples or to the church or mosque or wherever I'm supposed to go and pray, God, dear God, please don't take my parents. You might like them, but please have mercy on me. I need them more than what you need them. So please. Then about children, same thing. About the wife and husband, same thing. And society also same thing. Friends form part of the society. Please don't give me enemies. Give me friends who are genuine. Don't just give me friends only. Who are genuine friends. Who would enjoy what I would like to enjoy. Not that what they want to enjoy, I have to enjoy. No, no, no. Please give me somebody who will be there to enjoy along with me. Not give me suffering. Then only he is a friend. Like that. Make me stay in a country where there's a lot of prosperity. Why not go to America or in Europe or in Canada or some other country where I can enjoy my sense pleasures? They look very nice. And why not become a, get me that uh, citizenship of that country? I want to be called as an American or an or a Canadian or an Australian or something. My country, there are so many people. So basically, I can't relax with so many people. There's a lot of space. So if I become the citizen of that country, it is good for me. So he keeps on, or he or she keeps on weeping over these moment to moment. And that's a cause of bondage. But he feels liberated. How? I can walk. I am going to a country which is democratic. So my voice is heard. I can work on things what I want to work on. And I can make as much money as I can. I can also build a lot of uh, properties in the US or wherever I'm staying. I can buy. Then with that money, I can come to India and buy further more properties because that looks very nice. And I will go to a township in India when I am old, wherein it looks like staying in America. Or I better stay in America, but America, the healthcare system is expensive. India is cheaper option. So why not I come back to India after I earn enough money so that I can be happy. So this is what a person keeps on doing and he enjoys doing it. So who is enjoyer here? Only the mind along with the sense and sense objects along with this body. So this vehicle is body, gross, keeps on feeding. So you keep on giving it food, different kinds of food, European food, American food, Indian food, Mexican food, Chinese food, this food, that food. I've tried this. I think we should try that other one. And all of that is part of the sense and sense impulses. Whereas this, whatever we have been doing, is just a procrastination to the next life. Whether a person is rich or poor cannot help breathing. Nothing he can do or she can do. Wife, husband, father, mother, children, as long as they're breathing, they're going to die. Now, what do we do? Then he says, Deha parartah ayam amushya poshane. This body is intended for realizing only, not to be nourished, for enjoyment. Only for liberation is this body. Yaha sajjate saswam anena hanti. He who clings to it just for the selfish needs, by the body itself, he keeps on getting destroyed. So this person dies, reappears in another place, because his sensibilities are with the sense. So they come back, and they have to be back. There is no other way. Then somebody will say, oh, this is difficult. You mean to say that I should not enjoy in life? No, I'm here to enjoy and also get into spirituality. I need both. So here is the answer. Sharira poshanarthi san yah atmanam didrikshati graham darudiyah dhritva nadim tartum sagachati. Sharira poshanarthe san ya atmanam didrikshati graham darudya dhritva nadim tatum sagachati. By devoting himself to the whims and fancies of this body, while yet seeking to rediscover the self, would be like holding on to a shark. Graham is the shark, mistaking it for a log while proceeding to cross the river. So if somebody is in sense pleasures and enjoyment and suffering of the senses and the sense objects, yet he wants to intellectually understand, oh, this is suffering, I know that, so it is nice to know about the philosophies, and I am a Brahmin, or I am this, I am that, I am following this philosophy, that philosophy, and I know in and out of it. I know what is Paramatma, what is Atma, what is Atman, what is Brahman. All these concepts I know, I have grasped it. Now I can really enjoy both the sensual side of it and the spiritual side of it. That fool is actually taking a shark in his hand, thinking that he has taken a log to cross the river. That's what Shankara says, that you are doing a mistake. So he says, what should be done then? Moha eva mahamrutyur mrutyuh mumukshoho vapuradishu moho vinirjato yena sa Muktipada marhati. Moha eva mahamrutyuhu. What is death? It's moha. Moha keeps us living while being dead. So we are infatuated with the body, mind, intellect, and we don't want to let go of it. Mumukshuhu vapuradishu, for a student who seeks liberation too. Meaning, even if a person is going towards the spiritual path, he still has moha, which is keeping him in the jaws of death. Moha vinirjito yena, one who has totally conquered this moha is the delusion of body, mind, intellect. Sa mukti padam arhati. He alone can walk towards that liberation. Nobody else can. I might know the philosophy, I might understand Vivekachudamani in and out, I might have mastered each one of these shlokas, can write an examination, can get first rank. But still it is moha. It doesn't matter. Because most of the time we mistake spirituality to be something to showcase. It is not to showcase, it is to really live what we are doing. The poison of the five senses with the sense objects. This poison is a sense objects, and the poisonous, when it touches the mind through the senses, kills the person instantly, because that person thinks that he needs to possess something or the other. So there's no point in dealing with that. But not knowing the sense and sense objects are the cause of his suffering is itself a moha, is actually avidya, ignorance. And we are ignorant that there is a body, there is a gap between the body and the mind, and we also don't know the gap between the mind and the intellect. So this Atma, or whatever we would like to call, keeps on keeping these three robbers together, giving testimony of their achievements, and they loot. So the day a person realizes this, gets liberated. So, but this infatuation has to be removed. So what he says, Moham jahi mahamrutyum dehadara sutadishu yam jitva munayo yanti tadvishnoho param padam. Moham jahi mahamrutyum. Therefore, jahihi, cut it off. This mahamrityu, that which kills you even before it arrives. Dehadhar sutadishu. Dehadara, this is my body. Suta, wife or husband. Adishu, children, parents, grandparents, society, country, world, this, that, my car, my possession, my home, my bank balance, and my mutual fund, and this and that. Yam jitva munayo yanti, by conquering these. Muna or muni is a person who has bent all six Arishad Varga. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, becomes a Muni. He is a sage. Yanti, he reaches. Tad Vishno Paramam Padam, the supreme state of Vishnu. He is realized. I think the next few verses are very deep in physical. So, should we take it tomorrow?
Yeah, that's okay.
Because then it will be too much for a day.
Yeah, correct.
Any questions?
Um, the Sarira or the body is made of Panchabhutas, right? That is coming from the Prakriti.
Mm.
So, and the sense objects are also part of Prakriti.
Mm.
But how can, I mean, there was also discussion on Prakriti and Purusha
Mm.
go hand in hand, which is more of Shiva Shakti or Ardhana Nariswara kind of concept.
Correct.
So the today's verses are more about Sarira, which is of Panchabhutatmakam, right?
Mm.
How can we get rid of it without understanding the Prakriti and then only focusing on Brahman or the Shiva part of it?
Now, Prakriti includes the five sense and the sense object. So, you should first investigate the five senses in the sense object. That is the solution to this. You cannot come out of the moha vesha of the body until unless one understand that it is made out of food body, nothing else. You stop giving food, the body perishes. And since the plant perishes, the body also perishes. Nothing can be done. But then the question comes, why are we leading this kind of life? It is because sense and sense object. So keeping the sense objects aside, the senses will not have any power. All of these are part of Prakriti, not Purusha. So if we take Prakriti, there are 24 tattvas in Prakriti. These are five elements of Akasha, Prithvi, Apaha, Tejaha, Vayu. Then five Jnana Indriyas, five Karma Indriyas, and five Tanmatras. 15 plus 5, 20. And then
So when you say sorry to be, when you say tanmatras are the sense objects, right?
yes. And then you have this Moola Prakriti, which is Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. Then you have Buddhi. Then you have Ahankara and Manas. 24. And 1 is Purusha. 25. So 1 plus 24. In this 24, you cannot really see Rajas, Tamas, Sattva because that is the Moola Prakriti. To understand the Manas, you can only understand through the sense objects. So Vishaya. So you have to take the Vishaya. Then you can tame the senses. If you keep the sense objects far away from the senses will not have the food. So it will then look towards the mind. And mind will now look towards the intellect. And the intellect will then turn towards the Atma. So then it finds that what it was doing a mistake because it only is death. So Atma is able to guide the intellect, Viveka. Through wisdom, it can tame the mind, and mind through wisdom can now tame the senses, and thus loses the interest towards the body. Because all along, the body and the sense objects were making real fun of the situation. When I say wife, I have married it because of the body. not because of anything. When she says my husband, she has married based upon how I look, not anything else, and how much I earn. If she is going to be a housewife, if she is also earning, I am also earning, then it will be competition oriented or comparison oriented. That my husband should be earning more than me, then I can feel proud. If he's earning equal to me, is okay, but if he's earning less than me, then not good. If I am already a PhD holder, I need my husband to be something more than what I have done. So then only I can feel respected in the society. So all of these idiotic tendencies are because of the bodies and body consciousness. So all these are created due to Vishaya. So out of the 24, the easiest of it is the sense and the sense objects. Tanmatras and the 10 senses, 5 Jnana Indriyas and 5 Karma Indriyas. So if we know how to tame this 15, then you will realize that it is only the Prithvi, Apo, Vayu, Tejo, Akasha coming and going away. So the interest will go away of these 10 plus 5, so 20. Then the buddhi is turned inwards and the mind is purified. And because the mind is purified, the sattva guna starts to appear instead of the rajas and tamas. And then the prakriti is not able to make much of the dent on the purusha. And the purusha now can leave the prakriti and become independent as it was earlier. Did I answer, Srihari?
Yes, Vilas. I think I will take little time to get in deep and then digest this.
Yes, sure. It's too much.
Um,
So, shall I end?
yes.
Okay, so then we meet again tomorrow, Sunday at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay, but Srihari is okay for you?
Yeah, okay. Okay, tomorrow.
Okay then.
Okay, then bye. Thanks, Vilas.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.